hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Vikings at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll get this to Nwangu.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
It's a quarterback fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
That's a lesson right there, never giving up on a play, because that was a near catastrophe. He lost the football down near the goal line, but he was able to keep an eye on it the whole way and fall on it for a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on.
Under pressure, they got him again. Danielle Hunter drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Cook now off the read option.
Room here to run. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this game.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Joseph's got it.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. 14,
Vikings 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They'll set up a throw.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
First down, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, Elliott breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start by running the option to the right. Running right through it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. There's still a little bit in...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again on second and 10. Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd down and getting after the quarterback.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
Prescott. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Prescott now from the 50. He's going to let this one go deep. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready? 18, Pioneer!
They'll drop to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Inside give to Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
First and goal, Dallas.
To throw is Prescott.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken right at the 35.
So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Zach Davidson.
26 yards.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses...
And it's a fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue.